Go shop with them Seahawks, man. We got everybody can go. Anybody can go. Yes, sir.
You guys ready? Guess what?
First down. Young now. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, Mike Martini.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14, Ravens nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Young will set to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Play fake, now White. And he'll just throw this one over the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. To throw, Young. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been...
Tony, you ready?
Anything. You feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson. Man, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. 21-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They go play action with Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's go now.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Young's throw into the hands of Pitts here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Okay, ready?
Young now from the 50. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Jackson finding his tight end Andrews for the Ravens' first down. They go play action now. Jackson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on the job.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Bengals are going to take over here up near the 40. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Robinson. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it, and he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free.
You want to trade me Lamar? You want to trade me Lamar?
The ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in?
What I do? Said I can't get Lamar.
Young now after the fumble recovery, eluding the pressure.
Hello. Come here.
To Chase, he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Trade me Lamar. I see you, Bryce.
On his way to a historic performance, 4
I see you, Bryce Young.
touchdowns. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson.
Tell him we can quit the game if you trade me Lamar.
On here in this first half. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this
You hear
one
me?
away.
We can quit the game. You can have the dub.
And that'll carry
Trade me Lamar. I see you, Bryce Young.
for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Now you can see you lose a trade. If you concede, you lose a trade. And you know what straight I'm going for.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
See, you lose a trait, and I want Lamar shit gone.
There's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot.
Freaky.
But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing is Jackson.
Hello.
Batted away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
10 more there and another first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Tucker's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. And I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
In motion left goes Boyd. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Young. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now Young. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Young now. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Adafe Owe in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. The play fake. Now Young. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Throwing. Young. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Kyle Pitts from 6 yards away. And the Bengals are able to
Yes, sir.
their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Oh, all you can do is lose?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead.
You gonna run cover 3 the whole game?
Here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Well, okay then, bitch. Start coaching. You're not a good coach.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone.
I know what you're doing. That's why he got 7 points. You got 7 points, but you kicked the field goal.
Here before the quarter breaks.
Yeah, go on and press concede, bitch, like you want to.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
Bye-bye.
But not before he takes it across
Bye-bye.
the 3rd line. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You gonna press concede? Okay. Keep
One
winning
play
then.
has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, Jackson going long here for Wallace. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Following the interception, Young. He's going to look deep down the field. And this
Oh my God.
like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook. There's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a hit.
Fighting to get back to the goal. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table.
I like that. That was cute.
Deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing in the fourth quarter. And he will go down outside the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. And now here's another interception. Picked off.
He ain't talking about give me a 2nd or 3rd. Nigga, what?
46-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. That's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. He's going to float this one deep right side. And my goodness,
playing with my motherfucking DB, you know.
Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Adafe Owe able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
We changed it. No, we changed it.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay from 6 yards away. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Young off the play fake. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
The Jackson going to run again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Jackson now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you called it the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Young on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. That's going to be caught. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. It's complete. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards?
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Jamar Chase,
47 yards.
And the Bengals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. The Young's going to throw for this.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now.
And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Jackson on first down. And now here is another interception. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
Because he was talking shit, bang.
Here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted.
Ooh, that bitch was Quan Smith.
Picked off by Roquan Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there.
You know how they look joking for.
They'll get him down shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers.
Come on, bro.
Something they're going to
Come on, bro, man.
In the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motive.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Bengals are going to take possession.
No.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get at it.
And now here's another
What else gonna happen? I threw it anyway. Hello. First game back. The big G fixed it.
Sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Cincinnati, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year, and they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale